Hi, I'm Jason, and I'm going to show you how to adjust your mechanical disc brakes on a Rad runner or many other kinds of mechanical disc brakes, particularly on e-bikes. So first of all, you start out and the brake lever is really loose. And what's important to know about these is that the brake caliper right here, when you pull the brake lever, pulls on the caliper, and that pushes the brake pad from the outside to the inside. It's always, on this style, it's always pushing from the outside in. And if you want to make it tighter, if your brake up here at the caliper is loose, what you do is check to make sure you have some brake pad left on either side of the rotor. There's a brake pad material. You should make sure you don't run metal to metal. And then, as the brake pad wears, you need to move it closer to the rotor for you to feel the brake being tighter at the lever. So the way you do this for the pad on the outside is you use the barrel adjuster here. You unscrew this, and that makes this black part of the housing longer while the cable stays the same. So if I just make that longer, you can see it pulls more on the brake. So that's the outside. I can do that here at the brake lever, the caliper. I can also do it up here at the brake lever. Lefty loosey, this piece gets longer, and if you feel it, if you turn it a little bit and you feel it, you're like, oh, that's tighter. You know that's happening. So that moves the outboard pad closer. That's cool. The other part of it that is not mentioned in a lot of videos is the inboard pad. And so if you can see right here on the inside of the brake caliper, there is a piston. I'm using a wrench. This is a 5mm wrench. It's got a wobbly head, makes it a little easy, but even a straight head wrench would work. If I tighten this righty-tighty, it will move the brake pad closer to the rotor. So I tighten it, and just even a little bit, and I can feel the difference up here at the brake lever. So after I adjust it, what I can do is spin the wheel. And if it's rubbing, then I know, well, a little bit of rubbing should be okay, it'll go away pretty quickly. But if it's rubbing a whole lot, then I know that I need to back it off, either on the outboard pad or on the inboard pad. So I haven't even loosened the cable here, but I've just used the barrel adjusters here at the lever, here at the caliper, and I've used the 5mm wrench down at the piston on the inside to play around with it. And doing that, you should get about 70% of your brake pad life. After that point, you have to do another step, which is covered in another video, but for now, this should get you going for the routine day-to-day adjustments that you might need to do on these bikes. And I would expect, if you're using your bike regularly, to do this maybe like once every week and a half or so. But you'll know depending upon how loose the brakes feel and how safe you feel riding.